Okay, we're going to be moving on, and I'm going to bring on Adrian here to the call here in the next 2 minutes. And she's absolute membership royalty, folks, because Adrian is the best. And her team is the best at selling memberships. She does over $95,000 a month, right? Probably closer now to $100,000 a month in recurring memberships. And she is not a practice that has 30 employees. She's just so focused on making this an incredible experience for her clients. And it's not only is it an incredible experience and a VIP experience for her clients, everything that she does is so thoughtful on adding value back to the membership program. So I can't wait to bring her on. And she's selling 100% of beauty banks, and I'll let her explain why. Okay. But also, not only does she have all of these members, she has incredible retention rate. Okay. Her retention rates, I've never seen better retention rates in direct-to-consumer membership program. And 2.5 retention is unbelievable. That's only 2.5% of her members cancel in a given month. She's also highly intentional. You go on her website, okay? It shows what the Voxy Vault, which is her membership program, and she doesn't even like to call it a membership program. She positions it differently, so she can explain that as well, okay? The Voxy Vault has all the different tiers, right? And it tells people right on her website that this is a part of their business, and people are, will read the website in those cases. So here's what her memberships are. $99 a month for one Voxy Vault, $149 a month, and then $199 a month. And here's all the things that those memberships include, right? That amount as a beauty bank has the opportunity to be a savings account that the patient can go spend on something else, right? So if I had 6 months of the Voxy Vault, right, this $99 one, I'd have $600 in my account. Then I would get 10% off service. I get better pricing on the Botox instead of $14, $12, and I can use that on something else, right? So she's hyper intentional, and it looks beautiful on her app. Adrian is just amazing at branding. Everything is so well put together. It's not a surprise to me why she's so successful, but on her app as well, it's so easy to understand the benefits. It's so easy to get all of the different pieces that make it valuable. Okay. And she, even on the site here and on the app, talks about the premium benefits, exclusive VIP events, priority booking, a welcome gift, monthly discounts, year-round discounts, okay, and webinars and functions to learn, right? She really goes all in to make her membership program a true success. And so I'm super excited to bring her on. So Adrian, come on, and it's interview time.
Hi.
Hello, hello. How are you?
Good. Well, thank you. I'm excited to be here.
Thank you for joining.
Thanks. Yeah, I've really enjoyed building this membership, or really this community at Voxy. We are a new practice. I'm a physician assistant and opened Voxy Aesthetics and Wellness about just 2.5 years ago. So we've grown really quickly, and obviously building this community and building something where we give back to our loyal patients has been, a dream. I never expected it to grow the way it has. So I'm happy to answer any questions you guys have about memberships, because I really have enjoyed building this community.
So first of all, because I know this is so important, and I could talk to you all day about this because you're an absolute genius when it comes to building memberships programs. You use that word community. Everything you do is intentional, but use that word community intentionally. Can you talk about what community means to you and how you apply that concept to your memberships? And folks, you're going to want to listen to this because I can guarantee you 9 out of 10 people don't do this.
Yeah, so absolutely. So for us, the community is, we're building a brand. So we're, a newer business, kind of getting recognition in our community so that people know who we are, who is Voxy, what are we about, what are our beliefs, our vision. And our patients have become a big part of that now as our VIPs and part of this community. And we hold these really fun events that we do for our VIPs. And you guys have already talked a lot about, patient retention and marketing spend, and, the value of spending those marketing dollars on the people who are already invested in you, those people who already trust you, right? So, it's so much more money to spend money on the people who don't know who you are, or, just trying to get new people in the door. That can be very costly, but you can invest in the people who already know you and already love you, right? And so building this community where we spoil our VIPs. So all of our Voxy VIP members who are part of the Voxy Vault, we will do fun events. So for example, when the Barbie movie launched, we had a big event where we rented out couple theaters for all our VIPs. We bought them popcorn and we bought them a alcoholic beverage. We had a dress up costume contest. The best dressed Barbie won a full facial harmonization treatment. And we just, had a lot of fun. They could bring a friend as well, and that was complimentary for them too. So that's a way where, they bring a friend, they get to understand the Voxy community, meet our team, meet who our providers are, and be, almost have FOMO, like, oh, I want to be a Voxy VIP too. And then when they're posting on social media, we have, they come to the event, they can win things by posting and sharing. And so then the rest of the community kind of learns about who is Voxy and what are we about. So that's just one example of a fun event we've had. We've also rented out some, the Top Golf bays and done a Top Golf event. We've had wellness events at one of my athletic centers and Pilates studios. We're going to do a goat yoga event coming up. We do craft and chat bashes where we've had craft events where they come and they can create a fall wreath while learning about our new laser services. And these are all complimentary events where we spoil them with alcohol and food and a good time. And then they get to meet all the other people in our community as well. So they get to meet other Voxy VIPs, and then they talk about, what treatment, like, what are you doing and whatnot. So it's been a really fun thing. Easter, I'm gonna make either my husband or my sister dress up as the Easter bunny. We're gonna do Easter photos and an Easter egg hunt. So we just have a good time with it.
And so one thing I wanted to debunk is immediately when you say events, right? People might think, oh, I don't have that type of money to do marketing at that level, right? Can you talk about what the cost of an event like this would, some of the events that you've done? Is it expensive? What is the budget that you usually run with? And then also, what's the impact that it makes? Why do you decide to spend so much more attention on retention marketing versus running like Facebook ads?
Yeah, so so some events can be almost free. Like if you could have an event where you have a local realtor who wants to sponsor it for you and will maybe
Right.
invest in that, and that could be a free event. You could have events where you're doing the movie event. It was I can't remember the exact amount, but it was probably only $2,500, $3,000 for that event. Not crazy in terms of cost. When you're renting out theaters and buying drinks and popcorn. Then we've had events that are more costly, almost like a wedding type experience. And so those can be more expensive. But overall, as long as I'm keeping my marketing spend within 10% of my revenue, so, looking at your metrics, your business metrics, we want to try to keep that spend within 5 to 10% of our revenue. And depending on how you have all your business metrics set up in terms of your payroll and marketing and so forth, legal, it's like, then you can decide, okay, how much cash do I have to spend on this to make this make sense in terms of making sure that I keep my profit margins where I want them to be. But yeah, you can absolutely find ways to spoil your VIPs. And a lot of the times it doesn't have to be crazy expensive. You can find really inexpensive ways to have a good time. And a lot of my patients are business owners themselves. So we can team up with them, host events with them. And a lot of times, sometimes they can almost host an event for you too. There's a lot of ways to kind of think around the money you have to spend and how you want to do these events.
So you can partner You can have your cousin dress up as the Easter bunny and do an Easter egg hunt and spend $100 at the dollar store, right? You can do something
$80.
bigger.
It's $80 for an Easter bunny costume, and
Exactly.
it's way cheaper than hiring an Easter bunny.
Exactly. And guess what? Now you're at the level that you can spend more. The events get better the more members that you have, right? When you had your first 10, it was probably different than what it is today, right? And
Yep.
I've known that about you. You're always building and always making it better. I wanted to transition to why did you choose a beauty bank for your memberships, right? The Voxy Vault is 1, 2, 3, all beauty banks. How would you describe a beauty bank? And why that? And how does the patient see value in it?
Yeah, so I love the beauty bake concept because I wanted to make sure that I was kind of rewarding patient loyalty and making it an absolute no-brainer for them. Because there really is absolutely no reason for them to become a Voxy VIP with us. And that's why our conversion rate we try to maintain as a team of we try to keep a new patient to new member conversion rate of about 85%. And that's like a team KPI, right? Our team goals. And if we, make it a no-brainer, make it simple, basically make them feel special, then the beauty bank concept makes a lot of sense because there's no fees, right? There's no fee because all the money that they're paying monthly is going towards their future services. So they can think of it as a self-care club or the Voxy Vault, put money away for you, invest in yourself, take care of you, and then you save. And so our VIPs get all our best rates, all our best pricing, our fun events. We really spoil them. We take care of our VIPs because they take care of us. And so it's the beauty bank concept, I think, is a really great way to have great patient retention and patient loyalty. And then, so for me, it's like there's three things, right, that I'm thinking about when I'm thinking about this beauty bank concept. I'm thinking, okay, we're helping build that patient loyalty. We're helping with building community. And then we're also, for a business, helping with that financial security. So at this point, our monthly recurring revenue with our beauty bank is helping already cover my fixed expenses. So if, God forbid, something bad happens, well, in Arkansas, it's tornadoes or fires or hurricanes, wherever you're at, I can still pay my employees. I'm not going to have to say, I'm so sorry, I can't cover my costs, I can't cover my payroll. I'm safe. I feel like I have that financial security with the beauty bank as well. And then it's also just a great thing for our patients. So it's neat to see that we even have, the patients telling their friends and their family and whatnot. So we have people signing up on the weekend to become one of our VIPs. I'll have patients come in and they'll be like, oh, I've been a Voxy VIP for 6 months. And so I've got money saved up now for my treatment. So they sign up ahead of time before they even come in to bank money so that they've just been, saving up $100 a month or $150 a month. And now they come in for their treatment and they're ready to go, and then, so there's just a lot of benefits to this concept for sure.
Thank you so much for sharing that. That was incredible advice. One of the questions that people have been asking, and I think this is so great for you to answer, is it feels like you have a staff of 50, right? When you see $1 million membership, it's like, my God, how big is this practice? How many employees, how big is your practice in terms of like employee count?
Yeah, so we've grown fast. I mean, last year I probably only had 5 employees. This year we have 15. But we are a small practice. I'm actually at my office right now. I work out of 1,500 square feet. We are growing into a new building. But 1,500 square feet, I have 4 rooms. And an amazing team. I've built a great team, and yeah, we're not huge. We're small, and we're in Northwest Arkansas. I'm a Dallas girl. I grew up in Dallas, but here I am in Northwest Arkansas. So I'm not in a big city. I'm in a smaller town, smaller business. But we, really, really give back to our patients, and I think, making it a no-brainer, making your patients feel special right when they walk in the door, know their name, give them a nice drink or or cocktail, or just, and then have fun things, like make it fun. We only live once, right? So we might as well romanticize the experience of it all. And so we really try our best to do that for our patients.
I think that was my biggest learning from you, is just understanding how intentional you are with making, not, you don't call it members, you call it our VIPs. So that's a call
Mhm.
out for everyone. She doesn't even call them members because they're not to her. And imagine, I would be so excited to be the part of this membership, right? Because she cares so deeply about the entirety of the experience. And also think about her conversion rate. 85%, folks. 85% of people that she touches turn to members because she's so intentional and creates all these perks with that, which is truly, I mean, that is the best. You have the best retention rate I've ever seen, the best conversion rate I've ever seen. You're definitely doing something super special. And within that, I want to talk about the last part of the tactical side, is you have all these memberships in the app. You don't allow any other discounts unless they're a member. So what is the experience of becoming a member, the steps that you take to actually get someone on the membership program, right? From when they meet you, how do you present the value of the program? I imagine people aren't just falling out of the sky buying memberships without ever talking to y'all. I wish that were the case, trust me, but sometimes it is. You mentioned they buy on the weekends, from your app. But what does it look like in terms of the steps?
Yeah, so, we do have a process in place with the team. We have team goals. We have we try to make it simple for the patients too. So, when they walk in the front door, they are greeted, and then they are automatically able to sign up to become with Repeat MD a loyalty member. And so that's free. There's no cost to that. They're just getting the rewards, right? So that's when anytime they will check in, you can set it up to where they get something if they've come in or checked in one time, three times, six times, 10 times, and so forth. So that's one thing, right? Just having the app on their phone automatically is a nice thing to just get that on their phone the first time they're seen. And then after that, uh, it's the consultation process. So my medical assistant will take them to the room. Then after I do a consultation with them and develop a plan, my medical assistant is kind of more of the closer, right? So she walks into the room, goes over the pricing with them. We have it nicely laid out in a branded form, and side by side they can see our VIP pricing versus our non-VIP pricing. And right then and there, they're like, wow, I'm going to save a lot of money by becoming a VIP. And so right then and there is when they're most everyone signs up when they can see what they're going to save. But then at the same time, a lot of the times, by the time they've even come in the door, they've been following our social media. They know that we have fun events. It's like we're building that trust, right? But then once they come in, it's like, and then it's just an easy conversation because it's such a no-brainer to save money and then bank money for their future treatments. We also make sure they don't feel locked into anything, right? We do have a 6-month commitment, but they can cancel anytime, even before 6 months. If they cancel before 6 months, we just say they're going to owe us back that discount. But if they cancel after 6 months, they keep their discount and they can cancel anytime. They're not stuck. I think that's important. They want to a lot of your patients want to make sure they don't feel stuck to something or locked into something. And we let them know how easy it is to cancel if they ever need to cancel. They can just text us, literally. Send us a text. We're happy to cancel. We do send a post survey asking like, why are you canceling? Just for us. It's nice for us to know, are you pregnant? Are you moving? Are you, do you hate us? No, I'm kidding. Like, why are you leaving? And a lot of times it's for reasons like that. It's like they're pregnant, they're moving away. And so it's kind of nice to know, like, oh, they're not canceling because they hate us. They're canceling because they literally legitimately have a reason to cancel. And so it's good to keep track of things like that as well. But yeah, just making the process simple for your team and for the patient has been really helpful. So by the time they sign up in the room, by the time they get to the front desk, they already have the app on their phone. They've already become a member. They've already done the process with my medical assistant right there with them to do it with them so that it doesn't feel overwhelming or confusing. And then when they check out, it's all done. The front desk staff can look on the back end, make sure that they are a VIP before they give them the discounted rate. Then we put it in our system to make sure that everyone knows what tier they are and go from there. So we just have a very simplified process so that the whole team doesn't feel overwhelmed by it and that it's just an easy thing. And then it's an exciting thing for my team since it's a KPI for us to achieve.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Adrian, for joining us today. I'm sure people are going to rewatch that and take the notes and the concepts down. I think
Yeah.
just really important on the recap is when you come in, they're joining their Voxy app, the Repeat MD app. So by the time they're in the room, you can already have that conversation, add everything to their cart, talk to them about their memberships, and that's a key distinction there. And it doesn't sound like the app is a part of the optional experience. Anyone that walks in, you let them know, hey, part of the check-in is having the app on your phone. Is that accurate?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Awesome.
Um,
Awesome.
yeah,
Awesome.
and if you guys, you can see our events on my Instagram that they have shared here, and you're welcome to reach out to us. I can help with memberships if you need help. Happy to be a contact if you have questions.
Thank you so much. Have a great day. Thank you for joining, Adrian.
Thank
I'm sure we'll see
you.
you back. Thanks. Have a great
Thank
day.
you.